rumor has it that Space Station Gaming is breaking up and combining with Optic. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's up, guys? Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Casted here, one of the HCS commentators, analysts, and grassroots content creators, and we have another HCS report where today we're going to be covering what's going on again with Space Station Gaming, Optic, and many more surrounding it. If you remember, not too long ago, we talked about the rumors surrounding that Formal trying to build his God Squad and trying to poach some players from different rosters. There were rumors of the likes of like the Renegades joining and maybe like a Frosty, maybe even a Snakebite, a Royal 2, and then talks about a Suppressed as well, and many other players trying to surround Formal with talent to create this God Squad that could be going up against Space Station Gaming. Well, things have taken a crazy turn because now the idea of Space Station Gaming staying together going into the 2025 season is starting to weaken a bit. And why don't we take a peek here at the CEO unit of Space Station Gaming, literally saying the words, Optic tried to buy Stellar last year and I shut it down. In case you guys don't remember, we talked about this. Optic dropped APG and wanted to pick up Stellar was the rumor. Apparently, this is true. And even Formal even saying it, that the reason why he wanted to drop APG was for Stellar and didn't know if he wanted to drop APG for anybody else. He really, really wanted to team with Stellar. And now, responding with that, saying maybe Optic wants to buy players from us again. Question is, should I shut it down or not this year? Nothing is confirmed. Well, that's the CEO of SSG. Let's reverse a little bit here and let's find out how we got here to begin with. Again, this is you, but I don't know what this website is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments down below. Kind of sick, but sorry. Anyways, either way, want to go back here and I want to talk about what Trippy said and what Trippy confirmed about this Optic Gaming roster. Let's listen in real quick.
It is true. Or not, it is true, but I will be continuing my journey with Tommy next year, and that's all I'm gonna say. And all I'm gonna say is we are creating a literal God Squad, so that's all I'm gonna say. I definitely already have stuff cooking up. Things have already been cooked. The meal is like preheating in the 400-degree oven, you know, but we're just waiting for things, you know. We're just gonna be waiting.
So a lot of information in there. So number one, it kind of confirmed that yes, Optic aren't staying together, and we kind of already knew a little bit about this already. Trippy confirming that he and Lucid are going to be staying together, and that kind of confirms some of the other rumors out there that maybe they would be joining Psycho alongside Shopify Rebellion and maybe targeting Last Shot to join them. Now, even now I'm hearing that there's rumors going around that even that's not solidified just yet, and there's talks going on all over the place as the pieces are still continuing to move. But with that, we talked about possibility of, a Formal, Renegade, Frosty, Snakebite, Royal 2, and Suppressed being a possibility with that Optic roster. And maybe here we talked about Lucid, Trippy, and then maybe like a Psycho or Last Shot. These were the rumors that were going around left and right about those two rosters. Well, when you add SSG breaking up into the mix, that changes everything. Literally everything. So let's go into this. First, it was on Reddit during the APG. That's APG stream. It was almost confirmed that SSG is breaking up, and that's what brings us into this message saying that Optic tried to buy Stellar, and then says maybe Optic wants to buy players from us again. Notice how he doesn't say wants to buy Stellar again, wants to buy players again. So if Formal's trying to make a God Squad, and let's say he brings on Renegade, is his game plan to target, again, players plural, to target a duo? So that to me lends, are we targeting Eco and Stellar? Or are we targeting Bound and Legend? Like, Bound and Legend live together. So the idea of them separating seems kind of crazy to me. So I feel like when we talk about players, we should talk about those two duos. And I could be wrong about this, But is the idea to target Eco and Stellar or to target Bound and Legend? The longtime duo, the new duo that live together, that's the kind of idea that I'm thinking of. But then again, I could be wrong. What if you mix and match it? What do you say, you know what? We love Legend, we love Stellar, and you try to split those two duos up. Doesn't exactly make the same sense to me, but I mean, I think it could happen. So what if there's a world where Formal and Renegade, you know, they're playing matchmaking together, trying to get that chemistry together. They bring on either Eco and Stellar or Bound and Legend. That is crazy to think about. And in case you guys think I'm going off the rails and whatnot, oh my gosh, the conspiracy theories. I look like the dude from Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, pointing at the damn chalkboard with all the red tape and whatnot. Well, don't take it from me. Why don't you take it from my boy Brad?
Because on the God Squad, it's 2 SSG members. I know that. That's all I can say. I can't tell you who the SSG members are, but it's 2 SSG members.
So on the God Squad, there's 2 SSG members. So again, if it kind of makes sense to split them up in duos, and when I think of duos, I think of Eco and Stellar, I think of Legend and Bound. And either way, either one of those duos joining Formal is so exciting to think about. And then the question now becomes, like, if we're going to play a little bit like, you know, a little bit of a fantasy Halo, I might bring out the notepad for this. So what if there's a world where, so let's think about it like this. What if there's a world where he steals one of the duos? So let's say Renegade Formal, Stellar Eco, or Renegade Formal, Legend and Bound. Does that mean that we see the likes of like Snakebite and Royal 2 combined with one of these duos? Like, let's say they target Legend and Bound joining Renegade and Formal. Does that mean we see a team like Stellar, Royal 2, Snakebite and Eco? Like, does that end up happening? Like, if it is the case that it's 2 SSG members and we can see a world where Formal, which I misspelled Formal, sorry, Formal targets Legend and Bound, could we see Stellar and Eco stay together and join Snakebite and Roll 2? Like, the possibilities are crazy. The Stellar and Eco and Renegade staying together, like that's old Splice. You put Formal on the roster. That's Old Splice with freaking shot. Like, instead of shots, like, the possibilities are absolutely crazy. And then the question now becomes, like, do Lucid and Trippy say, hey, you know what? Well, now with all this craziness, do we have Royal 2 and Snakebite join Lucid and Trippy? And then what happens? Like the idea of this happening is so crazy to think about. We said in the beginning, we said SSG would stay together, but after seeing the Reddits, the Twitch messages, APG even confirming.
Because on the God Squad, it's 2 SSG members. I know that.
APG confirming that it's 2 SSG members. My mind is going crazy right now on what this 2025 season could look like. I don't even know what's going on, but sorry, I had to take you guys down that rabbit hole with me real quick. Why don't we take it back to reality and let's talk about what we do know? And if we're talking about APG, we might as well talk a little bit about native gaming and Barcode giving us a bit of confirmation as well.
Really wanted to Barcode. I mean, I'm still technically on native, Kylock. It's they just don't know what they want to do on the within the future of the roster, basically.
So we now know, even though Barcode tweeted out that he's a restricted free agent, he's still technically with Native Gaming, but Native Gaming don't know what they want to do with this roster. Remember back a couple of videos ago, we talked about that being a possibility, but again, now we're getting confirmation that that is the case. So once they figure out what exactly they're going to do when roster media starts to solidify a little bit, maybe they pull a team inside one of these crazy God Squad teams, which are starting to come together, or maybe they build around like an APG or a Barcode. Right now, it seems like everybody's futures are waiting for the top to figure things out. Like once the new big three figures things out, that's when things will start to trickle down and we'll start to see some solidified rosters from anybody else. But it seems like everybody is on ice waiting to figure out what is guaranteed between Renegade, Formal, Stellar, Eco, Legend, Bounce, Snakebite, Roll 2. I'll throw Frosty in there and maybe a few other players. Once we figure out what those rosters look like, that's when things are probably going to start to move quickly, and we'll start to see some shapings of the rest of the roster, including Native Gaming. And I don't know why I even had this up there. Including Native Gaming and many others. But either way, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, when we talked about this before, we talked about SSG staying together and everybody else trying to figure out what the different teams are going to look like. Well, now make your God Squad and include every single player in the league. And that includes the SSG members, because we got some crazy intel and some crazy confirmation that we were looking for. That's your HCS report, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe. The more you interact with these videos, the more it pushes it to people who might enjoy this type of content. And yeah, it's going to be real fun.